Welcome back once again. My name is Tayvikes28, and we are back for another episode of the Doug Flutie Career Mode series. Now, I know it's been a very long time, but I will explain all of that and more as we get into this episode. But just to start off here, I want to say that we are back and rolling once again. Alright, to start up this episode, we're going to be jumping into the training mode, but I'm going to be talking a lot less about the gameplay and more about what's been going on with my life and why I have not been posting very much. And I know I promised you guys that I was going to be posting on a regular basis, and I will be. It's just the past, I'd say, month or two, I have been working on getting moved across the country once again. So it's a little bit of been a little hectic, and I've had a lot of stuff to deal with. And I know that's not making excuses or anything. I just want to let you guys know why I haven't been posting, and that I'm not just ignoring you. But as you can see, Doug Flutie on this episode starts off with 2 completed passes down the seams and looks for a third one, which is not complete as he overthrew his target here. But back into my story here, since I've been moving and everything, I've had to deal with a lot of extra stress. Obviously the stress that comes along with moving, but a couple other things that come into play with school and a few other things. But I've got a lot going on, and I wanted to let you guys know, though, now that I'm settled in and everything, I plan on just absolutely cranking these episodes out and giving you guys the best gameplay that I possibly can. Alright, jumping in here, guys, this is going to be the first upgrade of this episode, and there will be a lot of that in this episode. Not to spoil anything, but on focusing here, we want to get it into field general, as that's going to be the best for his accuracies, and that is all we're working on until he gets to a higher overall. If you guys recall from last episode, this is going to be the first playoff game, and we didn't get into this one other than holding extra points, and so it's going to be a loss for the Buffalo Bills, though, and our season concludes here. As you can tell, we skipped the offseason part, and once again, Doug Flutie is third string on the Buffalo Bills as they signed Sam Bradford in free agency, and now we're going to have to work our way back up to second string. Huge letdown. We're going to start off the second year of Doug Flutie's career in training mode here, and this is really where he has to prove to the team and the coaches that he is the man for the job in the second string position. And in the first play, he gets a completed pass to his fullback Coleman. And now on the second down play, he goes back to Coleman again. First down, right down the middle. He's been open on that cut in every single time. Let's see if he goes back to the same play again. He does, and that middle linebacker is just not doing his job, not covering very well there, and that's going to be there every single time until that middle linebacker decides to cover that fullback, and he's going back there for the 4th time. This is going to be a 4-for-4 start. Let's see how Doug Flutie does on the final play in practice here. He goes deep here, down the middle to Charles Clay, one of his favorite targets, and it's completed for a 5-for-5 start. After that gold medal in training, Doug Flutie gets his second upgrade of this episode. We're going to putting this back into field general once again, and it doesn't raise his overall, however, which really stinks. He's still a 69 overall. Hopefully we can get it up in the next upgrade. Alright, Doug Flutie is jumping back into training mode once again, and on his first attempt, he drops back, he throws it to the left side, Charles Clay catches it, the tight end, that is going to be a 1-for-1 start. Second attempt, he takes the snap, drops it back, throws it once again to the left side, Charles Clay, 2-for-2, and I just wanted to point out to you guys that I'm not going to be showing you or playing any of the preseason because it really has no effect as we're once again third string and we're not going to be in any of the games, so I'm just going to skip right to the regular season as Doug Flutie completes his 3rd pass and now his 4th pass to his wide receiver on the right side, and this is going to be his going for gold 5th throw on the day, and he's throwing it to Charles Clay, I believe, and that is going to be a 5-for-5 start. Alright, after another gold medal in the training exercises, Doug Flutie finally gets another upgrade, and this time it is pushing him over that 70 overall mark and increasing his accuracies again, hopefully giving him that second string spot soon enough. At the start of this NFL season, Sam Darnold and the Jets knock off the Buffalo Bills with a score of 35-17. Jumping back into training mode here, and Doug Flutie will be doing a dagger concept here, throwing his first pass to his tight end for a completion, but I wanted to explain how this first season is going to work, or excuse me, not first season, how this season is going to work out here. And this season, we're only going to show plays in which Doug Flutie actually is on the field, if there are any, and otherwise we're going to skip right to the end score like we did with that first game with the Jets. And moving forward here, Doug Flutie has a 3-for-3 start. Let's see if he can finish it out with a gold medal. That would be nice. And his fourth attempt here, he drops back, he dumps off to the left to his tight end. That's a completion. That's Charles Clay, the tight end. And his gold medal attempt here, as he surveys the field, he hikes the ball, he sees his receiver on the right side, completes it. That's going to be a 5-for-5. Wonderful day. Another loss for the Buffalo Bills here as they start off 0-2 and the first loss in the division to the Patriots. And the losses just keep coming for the Buffalo Bills as they're 0-3 and 0-2 to start off in their division. Alright, here we're going to be joining Doug Flutie for a passing mechanics drill, and in this type of drill, what is the goal is to get 10 different completions in a row, whether that be using different types of passes like bullet pass, lob pass, any type of pass going down the sideline, all sorts of different things that he has to do, but he has to complete 10 in a row, which even in a regular season game, that is extremely tough to do. 10 passes in a row, that means you're doing something right. So as he starts off here, he had a completion to his tight end on the flat, Charles Clay, and the second one was also to Charles Clay down the middle, a little bit tighter window. And now looking at that third throw, there was no one covering the receivers on the outside. I'm not sure why that was, but either way, it made for an easy completion for Doug Flutie. And on this attempt, it was a beautiful pass right down the seam to Charles Clay, right over the defender and in the breadbasket of his tight end. And on this one, it looks like it's going to be a corner route, and he shoots it right to his receiver. In a regular season game, that would have been a touchdown. But here, it's just another completion and gets him actually a bronze medal. Going towards his silver medal, he needs 2 more to get the silver. And now he sees his wide receiver on the left side there, completed pass and just a short little dump off. And looking towards this one here, if he completes it, it'll be a silver medal here. And he sees his receiver coming across the middle. He shoots it to him and almost gets would have been a touchdown, but instead it would have just been, I believe, down to about the 1 yard line in regular season gameplay. And now for this attempt here, he sees his receiver that almost, I don't know what his other receiver was doing there, almost blocked the pass. But anyways, he got lucky, completed that. So that's going to be a 8 for 10 start here as he looks deep in the end zone, complete for what should be a touchdown. That got him the gold medal there. So 9 for 9, good start. And finally, he sees his tight end coming across the back of the end zone. That's going to be a 10 for 10. Alright, after that passing clinic that Doug Flutie put in training exercises, now he gets a field general upgrade here, putting accuracies up in both mid and deep categories, putting his mid accuracy up to an 84 and deep to a 71. Alright, as you can see here, guys, it's going to be 2 more losses for the Buffalo Bills, including another loss in the division to the Miami Dolphins. This is just not looking good for them on what seems to be a lost season. I do, however, have some good news for you guys as we get another upgrade here for Doug Flutie, and this one is going to upgrade not 1, not 2, but all 3 of the accuracies for him. Another loss here puts the Buffalo Bills to 0-6 on the season. This is an absolutely terrible start. Alright, Doug Flutie once again is in training here as he starts off taking the first snap and he sees his tight end on a drag route. Charles Clay catches it on the left side there. The second attempt, he sees Charles Clay once again over the middle this time, and it's clearly his favorite target, which who blames him? He's very reliable, and the receivers on this team aren't very good. As he sees his wide receiver here, though, Zay Jones catches it on a little curl route. And then here on the fourth attempt, he's looking, and Doug Flutie sees the wide receiver on a very tight window down the right sideline. I believe that was Bryant. That was a beautiful pass, absolutely beautiful catch as well. And on the final attempt here, he sees his wide receiver, Zay Jones, again coming across on a drag route, I believe, on the right side. That's going to be a 5-for-5 day. It has actually happened here. The Buffalo Bills finally get their first victory against the Patriots of all teams, and also their second victory against the Bengals. Alright, today in training, Doug Flutie is doing a flood concept drill here. As he takes his first drop back, he sees his receiver with a step on the left side, completes it. That was Zay Jones with the catch. And on this second attempt, he sees that it's going to be his tight end most likely getting open on that little corner route. And he does have the advantage over the defender there, as he's got the positioning. And now on the third attempt, Doug Flutie takes the drop back. He's patient. He sees his receiver on the right side with a beautiful catch. Kept his feet in bounds. It's very tough to do that as a receiver. So that's a nice catch there. And on his third attempt, he's looking around, sees Zay Jones once again, I believe, with that coming across the middle there. And now on the final attempt here, he needs to get a first down in order to get the gold medal, as he sees his running back coming out of the backfield, and that's going to be a complete pass. Doug Flutie gets another upgrade here, and we're going to continue with the field general upgrades as we're still working on those accuracies. And as you can tell here, he's going to get an increase in both short and deep accuracy, as well as a few other things. Alright, I'm going to talk over some of the upgrades and also the box scores moving forward here, just because I want to talk to you guys about something, and it's pretty important because if you will see later on in the video that we end up finishing up this season and whatnot, and the thing is, this season didn't go as well as I expected. I expected to be second string, maybe get into a game or two, and that never happened. However, moving forward, things will move very quickly, and I actually decided to skip all or almost all of next season just because I don't think you guys want to sit there and watch me just do training for 25 minutes. And I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't want to watch that either. So I'm going to skip over all of that and not have any training. And I might show the box scores next season, I'm not sure. But as you will see moving forward here, as Doug Flutie gets another upgrade, moving him to a 73 overall. But anyways, moving forward here, he ends up next season, they end up drafting a quarterback in the draft who is a rookie, who is going to be a higher overall than Doug Flutie. So it ended up going back to third string yet again for another season. And so I'm just going to skip over almost all of that season, and you'll see why moving forward here. Alright, this is going to be the last upgrade of this season for Doug Flutie, as we're going to start putting, instead of into field general, obviously he needs some deep accuracy help here, so we're going to put him into the strong arm category. Hopefully he also might get some throw power upgrades as well. We'll see though, as his first strong arm upgrade gets him some deep accuracy, which is what we were hoping for, and now I believe he's at about a 75. As you'll see here, this is that quarterback that they drafted, as I was talking about before. His name is Todd Natkin. He's a 78 overall, so Doug Flutie really will have no chance on getting on the field this season, hence why I'm going to skip over almost the entire season. Alright, jumping into here, we're going to show you a couple upgrades, but I'm not even going to talk about the upgrades. What I'm going to do is explain what's going on for the rest of this season. I put together a short little highlight video, sorta, for you guys to show off a little bit of things from practice throughout this season, and then at the very end we're going to do a couple upgrades, and then that'll be the end of this entire season, because not a whole lot happened. We never saw the field, so there's no point in showing you guys anything from this season. Alright, jumping into training for these highlight videos as Doug Flutie takes the first snap. He throws it to the corner route on Rashard Matthews, catches it. Good catch, good throw all together. And on this next attempt here, as Doug Flutie has the running back in motion, and then he rolls out to the right side. He feels a little bit of pressure, keeps rolling out, sees his running back open deep. That is Latavius Murray with the catch. Beautiful throw, right over the defender, and also to the running back, and then going deep on this throw. Beautiful pass, lobs it way over the defender. That was Rashard Matthews again. This time he was in the slot. And on this throw, Doug Flutie, he drops back. He has a nice little lob to his tight end, Nick Boyle, as I believe that was a wonderful throw as it went right outside of the defender's reach. He almost touched it, but couldn't quite get there. And Doug Flutie sees a wide open Nick Boyle again. This time I believe it was a corner route, and he's really good at throwing those corner routes, Doug Flutie is. And on this final attempt, Doug Flutie throws it right between about 4 defenders there to Chris Conley. Beautiful pass. Alright, to finish off this video, guys, we're going to do a couple of upgrades to Doug Flutie, bringing us to Week 17 in the regular season, as the Buffalo Bills once again missed the playoffs, so we do not have to worry about that. But I do want to point out to you guys some of the behind-the-scenes things that you may not know, that this video, part of the reason why it took me this long to put this video up is I had to comb through over 6 hours of gameplay for this video, literally 6 hours. So it was tiring, it was exhausting, and then with the move and everything else, just a lot of stuff going on in my life. So this took forever. It took like months to get this video up, but that will never happen again because hopefully we'll be able to just do regular season games from here on out. And as Doug Flutie finally gets up to a 76 overall, and that should be good for a starting quarterback position on some sort of team. And also moving forward, this next video, I believe we will be going into free agency as Doug Flutie has reached the end of his contract, I think, as he only had a 3-year deal because he was an undrafted rookie. And so this will be an interesting offseason for him to see if he gets on a new team.